Alright everyone, and we're back now. We're finally going to finish the thing we started way long ago on accident. And you're not to. Just saying. Because I was having trouble the first time. Immediately. I was very confused. So, yeah. Studio. Awesome!
Now you be careful, honey.
Is there anyone in here that I need to kill? Let me go back over here and kill these guys first. Oh yeah, this is much easier. Chef Guido Renzi.
That has incoming!
Smith here, president of the Tort Corporation. You do well to Gobbler. Get to the freezer!
Freezer, okay. I assume that's this way.
Damn, that door's locked! Let me activate my remote lock program. Lock
So darkened. Golden. No,
We do not allow distance in the meat locker. Leave at once. We gotta choose some meat for the Gobbler's meal. Some
Nine
of the
centuries.
tastiest looking scat corpses. This is totally gonna get me
Thanks,
hot, and I don't care!
What if you fell in here? Dang it, I was trying to get him chasing.
I am already dead tomorrow! You've got an ex-lady shimmer of new maximum strength! Flavor me fancy, but you...
Nothing says Thanksgiving like murdering a bunch of chefs. Great and all, but honestly, Halloween and then Thanksgiving and then Christmas, all 1 month right after each other, amazing.
Take this!
Did I kill him? Yep. Ah, here we go.
I don't know what you're planning, but I don't like it. Tributes, get out of...
I ain't going down easy!
Oh, wait, what? Tributes of warm water. I'm just gonna blow us up because I am stuck.
This
chance. You almost feel bad to them, then you start laughing because you were technically acting in self-defense, so screw them! Violence doesn't solve anything except for all the things it...
So, nothing interesting, I guess. How do I get up there? Oh, it's over here. The door was closed before, that's why I didn't know. I didn't know I could do that.
Now to grind up the meat! Get to the kitchen! Lord, as
Can
tell the
what
Vault
the
Hunter is running around backstage.
Axton is
Just
cooking.
trying to mix things up. Your job is not to mix things. You flex your muscles into air guitar solos, idiot. Words can hurt. Let's get a
Yeah, they
grind
can.
in. Grind, grinder. Delicious. We're nearly done preparing the Gobbler's meal. With the meat prepared, we only need one more ingredient. Deadly poison! Head to the Stabber Jabber nests.
Stabber jabber nests. And where are these stabber jabber nests? Dude, it just went through the wall. Oh, down here maybe?
I ran out of explosives, so I'm actually going to open this door remotely without blowing it up. Psych!
It didn't even blow up that time.
You know,
Scrolled up before the bombs blew it
Thor
up.
created his explosive gun tech, then sold it to us for $12 and a high five. We kept him on purely for PR reasons. But you've both outlived your usefulness. Tribute, kill.
Tribute of opportunity. Oh shit.
That's right!
Where are you?
When God closes a door, I blow it the f up. Hey, make sure to get a slag weapon on the way. Smack the jabber nest to... Alright, now slag the jabber.
I don't have a slag weapon.
You gotta slag the jabbers.
Yeah, I heard ya. Do I have any slag weapons?
Kill 'em.
I noticed a thing over here. What's over here? Ah, slag weapon. I was just curious how well it actually was compared to...
I stashed a slag gun for you nearby. Kill it before the slag wears off.
There.
Be a single slag jabber, Clint, would be enough to kill a monster the size of a planet. I can almost taste the Gobbler now. Woo! You got all the glands. Now pop them into the Gobbler's dinner, and you'll be
I'm just gonna let that kill them.
Why do you insist on being a moron, Torg? This is why you lost a controlling share of your own company. I knew I should have killed you when I had the chance.
Oh boy. I hope I get to kill this guy. Or that the Wattle Gobbler kills him.
To the marination vat. Hit that button to marinate the out of that meal.
What button? Ah, this one.
The meal's almost ready. Let's get cooking. Start the cookery.
It's nice that I get to make a nice home-cooked meal in order to, for this, it's just like Thanksgiving.
You've gone off script one too many times, Torg. Today's meal is canceled. Chefs, shut down that oven. We stop now. Protect the oven. I swear by my abdominal muscles. Eat the Ravenous Wattle Gobbler. By the pricking of my buns, something hungry this way comes. This shields are down. Shields gone.
Chef Brew. Little Baker.
This way comes. Shakespeare.
Oh, Chef Lay. Not Brewery. Because he had a flamethrower, Chef Brule.
Just leave!
Down the oven. Our food is getting cold.
Meet my lady friend.
Chef Bork.
Food's done. Go get it.
Okay.
My taste buds are aflame with the power of 1,000 nuclear bombs. My mouth is watering so much, a small village in my cheeks. The taste apocalypse is upon us. If you kill that goblin,
Guess we're going this way.
it'll be your last meal. The board of directors and
Uh-oh.
I can get
See,
that.
4 people, 4 things. So far, I'm all alone with no friends. I like the number 3.
You know why we made the Gobbler invincible, Torg? So, after dozens of failed attempts by other contestants, you were supposed to finally kill it on camera while wielding our most expensive guns. You would have looked like a hero. Why be a hero when you can eat one? You are the dumbest person in the world. I paid several contestants to kill you if the Gobbler can't, Vault Hunter. You and Torg will pay for your idiocy. Here comes the Ravenous Wattle Gobbler! We've replaced this creature's normal food with poison! Let's see if he notices! He took the bait! Now
Fellas, meet the missus.
poison takes effect!
Oh, actually invincible. Wait till the effect before we can even do any damage.
That's right. Let her mow you down.
No, first, don't shoot the gobbler!
Vulnerable.
Poison's working! That's
Play for me, fans. You bunch of fans.
This is your last chance to pull this off, or you're out of the company. Whatever about the box, blow things up, throw boner.
Holy shit. Ah! I need help.
Meet my lady friend.
You are an idiot.
Out of this thing! This may or may not be involved. You just disobeyed a direct order from your president, Torg. You're dead. I am so scared! I know you can't tell because of the tone of my voice, but that was sarcastic! Anyway, come on back whenever, Vault Hunter!
Okay. Nice. We killed everything. Take the plunge. You got it. Just gotta get so the plunge looks cooler. Okay, 2000, 2000, 3000, 2000. Three thousand, 3000, 3000, 3000. Nice. Oh, there's another one that I completely didn't see. 2000, 1000, 1000. Here we go. Doot, doot, doot. Yeah. Bon appetit. Sorry.
My grandma's a pretty big fan of yours.
One second. Can I, just gonna use this. Get the fuck out of here. Sure. Hi, Grandma.
Oh man, it's the Vault Hunter! You are awesome! Didn't you fight Terramorphous?
Number one,
I call
Grandma.
big creatures. He was a big whale squid with 100 tentacles. You ever thought anything with tentacles? Oh, of course you have. Terramorphous had tentacles. How silly of me. Now, where was I?
I am so sorry.
All right, the whale creature. His name was Blowhole the Apocalypse. I called him the Apocalypse for short. And he attacked my hometown but a little girl. You ever been to Tsunami's Edge? Great town,
No.
nice beaches, great food, and the cost of living.
It sounds
is so
nice.
low. Even being a single
I should
mother
move
and
there.
working part-time in a scat meat processing factory, I was still able to provide for little Mr. Torg. We may not have been
Aw.
able to afford the finer
Little
life like
Torg.
food, but we got by. After all, Mr. Torg and I didn't have anything to one another. Horrible. Where are you going? Oh, never mind.
No, I
You
was.
don't want to hear my story anyway.
I was trying to. I just got distracted.
Grandma, pretty big fan of yours. Say hi to her.
Hi, Grandma. Want a back rub?
Oh man, it's the Vault Hunter! You are awesome! Didn't you fight Terror?
You're not gonna
Morpheus?
restart.
I fought a big creature like that once.
Yeah.
He was a big whale
Yeah.
squid with 100 tentacles. You ever thought anything
Yeah.
with tentacles? Oh, of course you
Yeah,
have.
you said this
Terror
before.
Morpheus had
Yeah.
tentacles. How silly of me was.
I am so
You said
sorry.
this. Yeah, you said
All
that
right, the
too.
whale creature. His name was
Yeah.
Blowhole the Apocalypse. I
Yeah,
called him
Blowhole the
Apocalypse
Apocalypse. You call him
and he
Apocalypse for
attacked my
short.
hometown of Tsunami's Edge when I was but a little
Yeah, low cost
You
of
ever been to
living.
Tsunami's Edge? Great town.
Never been
nice
there.
beaches, great food, and the cost of living is just so low. Even being a single grandmother and working part-time in a scat meat processing factory, I was still able for
Take care of little Torg.
We may not have been able to afford the finer things in life, like food, but we got by. After all, Mr. Torg and I didn't have anything but one another after that horrible gas leak blew up the Iridium line, killing my son and his lovely wife. From that day onward, my little Mr. Torg vowed to conquer explosions themselves in an effort to avenge his fallen parents. And ah man,
It's very
I forgot
noble
what
of
I
them.
was talking about. Where was? Oh right, the blowhole. So anyway, I fling blowhole to the ground, and I have my bicep curled around his blueberry throat. Blueberry. Sorry, I meant to say blubbery. I've got blueberries on the brain, I guess. I grow them in my backyard. Mr. Torg helped me plant them. Thanks again for that, grandson.
I love you, Grandma.
Anyway, I have my bicep around his blubbery throat, and Mr. Torg starts crying. He really likes whale squids, and he doesn't want to see me hurt one.
They are the princes of the ocean.
So I let it go after giving it a punch in the eyeball so he'll remember me, and it swam away into the ocean. And then I had Mr. Torg drive me to the ice cream parlor. He got me Rocky Road, because Rocky Road's made. I'm extremely posh. The marshmallows act like little landmines of flavor amidst the battle chocolate. What's your favorite flavor of ice cream? Is it pistachio? I bet. Oh, that reminds me! You'll never guess who I saw today. Pistachio the Amazing! He's a magician who studied under Crazy Girl, so he's got that weird mustache, you know, but I saw him make a rack hive disappear. A whole rack hive! I said to Mr. Torg, Mr. Torg, wasn't that amazing? And he said, yes, it was, Grandma. Didn't you say that high five? You remember saying that? And we stood in line afterward and got a photograph, and I thought I had it somewhere around here in the East. I have an attention, right? Say, what's my flavor of ice cream?
Pistachio.
Oh, that's your favorite flavor of ice cream.
I'm sorry, Grandma. I'm sorry. They don't remember your favorite flavor.
Finish telling stories.
When the hell did she
Sorry,
say Rocky
Missy.
Road? It's gonna take a while.
Grandma, pretty big fan of yours. Could you go say hi to her?
Oh man!
Hi,
it's
Grandma.
The Vault Hunter! You are awesome! Didn't you fight Terror Morpheus? I fought a big creature like
Yeah, I
that
thought
once.
Terramorphous
He was a big whale
with
squid
tentacles.
With 100 tentacles. You ever thought anything
Have I
with
ever fought anything
tentacles?
with tentacles before? Yes.
Yeah, now where was I?
I am so sorry.
All right, the whale creature. His name was Blowhole the Apocalypse. I call him the Apocalypse for short. And he attacked my hometown of Tsunami. Girl, you ever been to Tsunami's Edge? Great town, nice beaches, great food, and the cost of living is just so low. Even being a single grandmother and working part-time in a scat meat processing factory, I'm able to provide for little Mr. Torg. We may not have been able to find our things in life, like food, but after all, Mr. Torg and I don't have anything but one son in life. Little Mr. Torg found explosions themselves in an effort to avenge his fallen parents, and... Oh man, I forgot what I was talking about. Where was... Oh right, the blowhole! So anyway, I was wrestling blowhole to the ground, and I had my bicep curled around his blueberry throat. Blueberry? Sorry, I meant to say blubbery. I've got blueberries on the brain, I guess. I grow them in my backyard. Mr. Torg helped me plant them. Thanks again for that, grandson.
I love you, Grandma!
Anyway, bicep around his blubbery throat, and Mr. Torg starts crying because he really likes whales. He doesn't want to see me hurt.
They are the princes of the ocean!
So I let the whale go after giving it a punch in the eyeball so he'll remember me, and it swam away into the ocean, and I had Mr. Torg drive me to the ice cream parlor. He got me Rocky Road, because Rocky Road's my favorite. I'm extremely cautious of the way the wash act like little flavor amidst the battleground of chocolate. What's your favorite flavor of ice cream? Is it pistachio?
Pistachio.
Oh, that reminds me! You'll never guess who I saw today! Pistachio the Amazing! He's a magician who studied under Crazy Earl, so he's got that weird mustache, you know, but I saw him make a rack hive disappear. A whole rack hive! I said, Mr. Torg, wasn't that amazing? And he said, yes, it was, Grandma. Didn't you say that, high five? You remember saying that?
I remember, Grandma!
And we stood in line afterward and got his autograph, and I thought I had it somewhere around here, but it's probably in the attic.
It's in the attic.
Go up there and clean it out one of these days. Little kid, you're paying attention, right?
Yes, I'm listening.
Hey, what's my favorite flavor of ice?
Rocky Road.
So you are listening, how wonderful. You're an even better listener than my old pet rack, Beasto. Beasto was such a sweetie. You ever had a pet rack? If you can tame them, they are the sweetest pet you'll ever have. He used to just sit on my shoulder and bite chunks of flesh out of my neck to pass the time. I still remember the way he used to tweet. He went, tweet, tweet. It was so cute. I had a conversation with him once. I said, Mr. Beasto. He liked being called Mr. Beasto. It made him feel like an aristocrat. I said, Mr. Beasto, you're looking very cute today. And he said, oh, thanks. Tweeted in a way that's how he felt. And then he lowered his little head like he was taking a bow. It was adorable. Beasto was my third pet rack. First I had Wood by train, then I had Anita. She got shot up trying to take vengeance on the train that killed Woody. And then I found Beasto making little poops on the house. After Mr. Torg and I wrestled her to the ground, I did a fly driver off a nearby tower tree. Right in the spine and brought him down. We brought him in and fed him some skag steaks until he decided he loved us. I still miss Beasto sometimes. He just died of old age. Rats don't live much longer than a few years, but I treasured the time we had together. Poor Mr. Torg. When Beasto died, he cried for a week. Made fun of him at school, but I told him not to pay them any mind.
Being in touch with your emotions is not a character flaw!
That's right, high five. Is something wrong? You look confused. Probably haven't Mr. High five before. The world may know him as Mr. Torg, but the Flexingtons always refer to him using his middle name. It's a Flexington family tradition, after all, to use your grandfather or grandmother's name as your own middle name. And my husband, High Five Flexington, God rest his soul, was the best grandfather Mr. Torg could before he passed. He taught Mr. Torg near everything he knew about firearms. Without High Five's teachings, I don't think the Torg Corporation would exist at all. Gosh, I still remember the first gun Mr. Torg tried to make after his parents died. A Jacobs shotgun with a stick of dynamite attached to the barrel. Torg nearly blew his face off, but he got up and swore that by the time he reached he would make a gun that fired explosions without killing the operator. And by golly, he did. It took a couple of dozen prototypes before he got the right combination of guns and explosives, right? But once he did, woo! I'll never forget the plume of smoke that used to be in my neighbor's homestead. They were jerks, though, so it's okay. Gosh, they're off for some time, haven't I? It's so kind of you to listen for this long. I've taken up too much of your time already. Please, don't feel like you have to stay longer. Matter of fact, take this for giving this old woman some company.
Oh? How much? $1. Hell yeah. Here's a shiny dollar for you. Oh, you could buy so much with $1 back in my day.
More attractive than Mr. Torque said you were.
Can your patient survive Grandma Flexington's
I've got
second
another
story?
story for you, but I'd like to tell it to all of your friends at once. You like me, I have a voice, you know. Oh, you still want to talk with me? How incredibly sweet of you. Say you'll never got it in. Charlotte. She was robbing my retirement home with a few other brigands, and I recognized her from her wanted poster. Oh, hey, you fought the Vault Hunter, didn't you? And she bowed all elegantly and said something like, "Indeed I did, madam," and said that you were really good at fighting, fair and square. She didn't seem to harbor much of a grudge about it. Nice girl. You should think about meeting up with her again if you're not shacked up with her. Of course, you probably are. Vault Hunter, you're blushing. Oh, I could... Mr. Torque was trying to get parties in high school and just standing without... I tried to tell him, I said, don't worry about chasing love. If you chase your dreams, then love will follow. See, that's the thing people don't get. You watch Echo films and they're just... They teach you that the only way to be with someone is just to pursue them over and over side they like you. In reality, you know when you like someone almost immediately. You can't really convince somebody to fall in love with you. You just look like a stalker. But if you do things that you're interested in, like making guns that explode or killing mercenaries, people will see evidence and skill you have and they'll be attracted to it. But there's always a fine that kind of confidence in narcissism, you know? There's nothing worse than somebody who wants to be famous. I remember when Mr. Torque first sold his weapons tech to that board of directors, he was pretty egocentric for a while, making pictures of himself and posting them to the Echo all the time, trying to hobnob with every celebrity that used his weapons. He came back home one day with a sentence. What are you doing? You lost sight of who more obsessed with being well known for doing something great than with actually doing something great.
It was a dark point in my life.
Thankfully, High Five listened to me and got to work on what would eventually become... You a fan of the Blaster? That was always my favorite. That and the Flacker, which a lot of people hate. But there's more to combat than just brute efficiency in this old lady's eyes. Style counts for something. And there's nothing quite like filling the air with tiny little explosions. Fireworks show, except the deaths aren't as sad and unexpected. Actually, that reminds me, now that you're here, I wanted to throw some ideas at you for feedback. I'm a playwright in my spare time, and I'm trying to write a story about an up-and-coming tournament fighter who tries to find love in a gladiatorial arena. And I figure you've got a lot of experience, so your feedback would be valuable. So the play is called Broken Hearts and Broken Necks. Scene 1. Fade in on an arena, just after a battle. Body parts litter the stage. A lone warrior stands in the middle of the stage. Spotlight illuminating her blood-stained arm. She stands, or triumphantly aloft. Valkyrie. Is there no warrior who can challenge? I be destined to spend my life as the strongest, the most invincible warrior this galaxy has seen. For I am Valkyrie, scourge of the gladiatorial games. Exit as she shakes her head at the speaker. From stage left enter Noble, a janitor with a heavy heart and an even heavier conscience. He begins sweeping the body parts into a bin, which is colored green, and remember that because that's a symbolic color of green, until melancholy overtakes him. He drops his push broom to the floor and falls to his knees before delivering soliloquy. The blood be washed away, nor and not now, even as I attempt to escape the past which haunts me still. Must I live forever as a fraud, sweeping up the trash of others to hide my shame and avoid my pursuers? Must I forever remain on the periphery of joyful combat, ever watchful but never participating? Valkyrie re-enters from stage right. Good morrow, lowly janitor. I heard a noise and thought it worth investigating. Oh, great Valkyrie, 'twas nothing but the wails of those souls you released from their bodies tonight. Souls that wail in agony as they fly upward to the Fools! What have they to wail about? Their agonies are ended at the point of my sword. Mine, however, have only yet begun, for it is lonely at the top, and an unchallenged life is a boring life. If only I were able to tell her my true identity, I would give her a fun not soon forget. Back to Doc. Yes, ma'am, boredom is the true tragedy. May you one day find challenge in combat. Stupid. Nodum picks up a giant two-armed bastard sword with almost no effort. Valkyrie aside. What is this? Excellent. Stay. Valkyrie. What strength this janitor possessed? Who is he to pick up a bastard sword with two fingers? What hidden power does he hold? What secrets does he keep? I will endeavor to uncover his past in the hopes that our swords may cross in battle! Excellent. End of scene. Scene 2. The interior of the governor's house. The set of myriad teeth. Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't even ask you for the feedback on the first scene. Did you like it? Oh. I guess I've got some
Oh, wait.
rewriting.
I thought she was gonna like my honesty. That if I said yes, she would just be like, you're just saying that.
You're not busy, are you? I've got another story for you. I'd like to tell it to all of your friends at once. An old lady like me has to save her voice, you know. Still want to
Story.
talk with me? How incredible sweet of you. Say, you'll never guess who I saw today. Captain Scarlet. She was robbing my retirement home with a few other brigands, and I recognized her from her wanted poster, and I said, "Oh, hey, you fought the Vault Hunter, didn't you?" And she said something like, "Indeed, I did." Said that you were really good at fighting, and that you beat her fair and square. She didn't seem to harbor much of a grudge about it. Nice girl. You should think about meeting up with her again if you're not shacked up with anybody, you know? I mean, of course, you probably are. Just a hunk of a Vault Hunter like you. I bet you're beating away suitors left and right. Look, you're blessed. I could just eat you up. Mr. Torg was so scared of trying to get a date for such a long time. He used to go to parties in high school and just stand in the back without talking to anybody.
I am an introvert! I'll make your toe down!
I tried to tell him, I said, don't worry about chasing love. If you chase your dreams, then love will follow. See, that's the thing people don't get. You watch Echo films and they're just awful. They teach you that the only way with someone is just to pursue them over and over until they decide they like you. In reality, you know when you like someone almost immediately.
I'm curious.
Yeah, really.
I thought it was gonna say impossible.
You just look like a stalker. But if you do things that you're interested in, like making guns that explode or killing mercenaries, then people will see that confidence and skill you have, and they'll be attracted to it. There's always a fine line between that kind of confidence and narcissism, you know? There's nothing worse than somebody who wants to be famous. I remember when Mr. Torg first sold his weapons tech to that board of directors, he was pretty egocentric for a while. Taking pictures of himself and posting them to the EchoNet all the time. Trying to hobnob with every celebrity that used his weapons. He came back home with a supermodel under each arm, and I said, "Mr. Torg, what are you doing? You've lost sight of who you are since you actually created a new gun," I said. And it was true. He'd been more with being well known for doing something great than with actually doing something great. Thankfully, High Five listened to me and got to work on what would eventually become the Kerblaster. You a fan of the Kerblaster? That was always my favorite. That and the Flacker, which I know hate. But there's more to combat than just brute efficiency in this old lady's eyes. Style counts for something. And there's nothing quite like filling the air with tiny little explosions. It's like a fireworks show, except the deaths aren't as sad and unexpected. Actually, that reminds me, now that you're here, I wanted to throw some ideas at you for feedback. I'm a playwright in my spare time, and I'm trying to write a story about an up-and-coming tournament fighter who tries to find love in a gladiatorial arena. And I figure you've got experience, so your feedback could really be valuable. So the play is called Broken Hearts and on an arena just after a battle. Bodies litter the stage. A lone warrior stands in the middle of the stage, a spotlight illuminating her blood-stained armor. She stands, holding her sword aloft. Valkyrie. Is there no warrior who can challenge me? Must I be destined to spend my life as the strongest, bravest, the most invincible warrior this galaxy has seen? For I am Ames!
Just there's no bitches.
There with a heavy heart. He'd wait which is colored, and remember that because that's a symbolic of melancholy overtakes him. He drops his bush broom to the floor and falls to his knees before delivering a haunting soliloquy. The blood can not before and not now, even as I attempt to escape the past which haunts me still. Must I live forever as a fraud, sweeping up the trash to hide my shame and avoid my pursuers? Must I forever remain on the periphery of joyful combat, ever watchful but never participating? With the clatter of armor, Valkyrie re-enters the stage right. Good morrow, lowly janitor. I heard a noise and thought it worth investigating. No, Valkyrie, it was nothing but the wails of those souls you released from their bodies tonight. Souls that wail in agony as they fly upward to Valhalla. Fools! What have they to wail about? Their agonies are over, ended at the point of my sword. Mine, however, have only yet begun. For it is lonely at the top, and an unchallenged life is a boring one. No doubt, as if only I were able to tell her my true identity, I would give her a fight she would not soon forget. Back to them. Yes, ma'am, boredom is the true tragedy. May you one day find challenge in combat. Stupid, Nodon picks up a giant two-armed bastard sword with almost no mind. Valkyrie, what is stage left?
Just leave!
What strength this janitor possessed? Who is he to pick up a bastard sword with but 2 fingers? What hidden? What secrets does he keep? I will endeavor to uncover. Swords may cross in battle! Excellent. I've seen
I'll survive! You
Scene 2.
won't!
The interior of the governor's house. The table is set with myriad teas and biscuits. Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't even ask you for the feedback on the first scene. Did you? Oh, wonderful. I'll continue.
Yes.
Scene 2. The governess enters from stage left. Governess. Who's to respond to these absurd accusations? Her husband looks at her quizzically.
Here you
Governor.
got!
And what accusations may those be?
The commando!
Governess.
Get him!
Actually, you know what? I don't think I'm ready to get feedback on the play yet. You! What are you up to? Tell Grandma Flexington all about it. I bet you've had some amazing adventures. Mr. Torg told me about the time you all played her. He said it was one of the most fun and welcoming experiences of his life.
Grandpa! You're embarrassing me!
Sorry, sweetie, but really, you and the Vault Hunters are his first real pals. It wasn't easy for Mr. Torg to make friends at school when he had facial hair at age 8, pecs at 8.5, and dead parents by age 9. People found him, but I'm thankful for the fact that he looks different. Anyone who wouldn't be friends with you based on appearance wouldn't be a very good friend anyway. But he really does like hanging out with all of you. He's want Torg to pose for pictures or up by flexing at it. It's not often he gets to sit down and play games with people. Oh, speaking of games, did you play Going Back to the House yet? It's a new echo simulation about exploring a lot when you were a kid. There's no violence or anything. You just walk around looking at cereal boxes and remembering people you made out with. I really like where Echo Sims have gone in the past few years, don't you? There seem to be a lot more of them with interesting things to do beyond shooting people, and the writing has gotten so tight besides. For instance, did you ever play The Samurai's Marker? The whole game's story was delivered through haiku. Did Zero write it or something? No, I'm just joshing. I know you're too busy for that. But oh yeah, I was playing at the end of the pointed gun last night on my Echo Sim player, and wow, is that fun. It's about a guy who punches people and smacks himself in the face with doors. Easily one of the best parts in comedy scenes ever. But oh, I'm really looking forward to this game called Robot Hunter Assault Squadron, which is this big randomized game about throwing bottles at trees and accidentally scaring birds. In the demo version, I scared a bird so hard it died. 10 out of 10 in my book. But what kind of things do you do for fun? You play any sports? You look like you might be the more extreme stuff, like spine hurdling or psycho head volleyball. I knew an athlete a lot like you when I was younger. Her name was Nijo. Especially gifted at the giblet toss. That's an old pastime we had back when I was younger. Idea was you punch a convict, and the far you could make their viscera fly across a big field. You got points based on distance and the size of the viscera. She won the final round of the giblet toss champ to cross the 300-meter mark. And she was juicing with uranium, but I think they were just angry that she dethroned the reigning champ, misogynistic Jeff. People really liked him for some reason. Hey, what's your favorite food? Mine's burgers, personally. People look at you like you're a pleb or something when you say you like burgers, but just think of all the things. You can change out the patty, play around with the toppings, change what sides you have. You ever have a burger with veggie chips? Gosh, I all but forgot about fries for about a year after I discovered the veggie chip combo. And I'm not a vegetarian or anything, but those veggie patties they make on the more upper class worlds are crazy good. Better than real meat if you cook it right. Mr. Torg tried to be vegetarian once after he saw a fluff bear get run over by a truck. How long do you last again? Barely even finished the word vegetarian before he lunged at a skag shoe I was holding in my left hand. Nearly lost a finger. Granted, he's always been partial to skag shoes or skag bacon. Don't know why, since I always felt like skags tasted like old tires and vomit. But to each his own. Taste is a funny thing. People say your taste buds get more refined as time goes on, but they actually get worse and worse. So when Mr. Torg used to refuse vegetables as a kid, it's because he was actually tasting how awful they were. When we old folks eat vegetables, we're okay with it because we can't taste all the gross vitamins and stuff. Granted, vitamins are what have kept me going for as long as I've been going. You get enough B12 in your system to freight train without so much as a bruise. That reminds me, I need to get my pills ready for the rest of the week. I have one of those little metal containers split into different sections for each day. It's really helpful. And the sides are sharp enough that I can use it to ward off burglars if I need to. What else do I have to do this week? Probably head to the bazaar, pick up some frozen spider and flanks. Gotta bring my coat, though, because it gets kind of chilly in the freezer section. What else do I need? Oh, I need Schwartzman's candy drops. Gosh, those are delicious. They're so smooth. Just thinking about them, I could go for one right now, couldn't you? Do you think you could go find me one?
Okay. This... For some reason I thought that was a radio. Yeah. Oh, I forgot. I need to sell some stuff. Okay, let me sell some stuff. Because I completely forgot about that. Seven times 8. Oh, this is better. Does it bounce as well? Logged Murph versus, what was the other one called? Rubberized Murph. Okay, that's why it did that. Okay, and then items. I'll stick with the one I currently have.
Welcome to my humble shop.
Look at me when I'm charging at you! Just die already!
Two birthday fish.
Okay. Take that. Okay.
That's a swordsman candy drop. Grab it for me, will ya? Oh, I can taste it already.
So you can't go through far now? Yeah, I need to remember that. So the last ones you can aim, you just threw.
Oh, wonderful. Bring it back here and I'll finish my story.
Okay. My goodness.
Get down! Hurry!
Try getting a grenade. I don't have any left. I don't know if it explodes on impact or if I specifically have to wait for it to explode.
Sat my swing! No, I'm going
But back to
taking my head. No, surprise!
sitting and doing nothing.
You're heating up, baby!
It's my fault that I've been here for so long. She was about halfway through what she's said already.
Thank you so much! I'll eat this later while sitting by the fire, telling Mr. Torg stories of days gone by. There's just nothing like a good fireplace, is there? Something healing and safe. Maybe that's why our family likes explosions so much. They're basically just big fireplaces. Every explosion feels just like coming home. Oh, maybe that'd be a good slogan for the Torg Corporation. Don't you think, High Five? Oh, don't be silly. It's a wonderful slogan and you know it. I used to come up with slogans for a living when I was in my teens. I came up with the jingle for Professor Gunsight's Can't Miss Scopes. How'd it go? Oh, yeah. If you try to shoot but you miss a lot, then give Professor Gunsight Scopes a shot. Ha! And then they played a gunshot sound effect and someone going, ah. It was cute. Gosh, I've been talking for a while now, haven't I? Thanks for bringing your friends to listen to an old woman ramble for a while. I can't tell you how great it is to have somebody new to talk, especially a vault hunter. Oh, and one more thing. No, actually, that could probably wait. Just something about vaults and the universe. Anyway, here. I always spoil my friends.
Such a nice.
Station!
Oh, it's done. This is a lot of damage. Nice. Okay. Well, that took a good while. I am going to end this here. Well, not end it. I'm going to take a break here and recuperate from whatever the hell just happened to me. So yeah, I will see you all in a little bit.